What are you doing?
Just reading the 3rd and 4th chapters of my favorite book, Creative Schools by Ken Robinson, since I'm in 2nd grade. It's a really useful book.
You're a 2nd grade teacher?
No. I'm literally a 2nd grader.
But you're middle-aged.
I know. Mr. Boots with the fur is such a mean teacher. He's held me back my whole entire life.
I have a completely different problem. I need to do a 1 hour and 20-minute lesson in my education class. If only we could make your school better, and waste a good chunk of my time.
Maybe we could do both.
What do you mean?
Make a David Whitehouse video about me using information from this book to make school a better place.
But what information will we use?
Well, Chapter 3 is about changing the school system. So let's start there.
Okay. Why did you get held back, by the way?
None of my teachers ever meet my needs.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't understand basic math or English. But all the other kids and their pumped up kicks were good at them. The state government wouldn't allow for individual learning. Plus I'm David Whitehouse. I'm so perfect I always distract other students. It's not my fault I'm dreamy.
How could we possibly use that information?
I have no idea. You're the one making videos. Create a flashback or something.
All right.
David Whitehouse versus the schools.
Starring David Whitehouse. Written by Alan Bridges.
I can't wait to take this math test. In the current year 1983. Same. I'm 10 years old, by the way. Because this is 40 years ago. You're 10 in 2nd grade? Are you bad at school? I am really smart. 1 + 1 = Abraham Lincoln. Oh my gosh. You're so stupid. You better watch it, Tyler the First. Or what? Will you cry to your mommy? Actually, yes, I will. Ha ha ha. I bet you'll be here so long. My future son will be in the same class as you. I'm gonna pass. Believe it. Naruto doesn't even exist yet.
Sorry I'm late, students. My son was literally just born. By the way, he will grow up to be the teacher from the 3rd episode.
Oh my god! It's Bernie Sanders.
I am not Bernie Sanders.
But you look like Bernie Sanders.
It's 1983. He probably doesn't look like this. And you've had me every year.
Bernie Sanders says what?
What?
I knew you were Bernie Sanders.
Gosh darn it. Anyway, since most of you are really good at math, you're all getting the same test.
But I'm not good at math.
I said most, not all.
You never taught me this.
I taught everyone. That includes you. This test is worth your entire grade. If you don't pass, you fail the 2nd grade.
There's no way I'm doing 2nd grade again.
Congratulations, David, the 30-year-old.
Finally. I get to go to 3rd grade.
Actually, you failed the test again.
What? How?
You answered kitty cat to every question. How does 2/4 = kitty cat?
Because you divide mayonnaise by 0. Duh.
How do you fail this much?
You never help explain anything to me.
Maybe you should pay attention.
I do. You expect me to be like everyone else. You don't take time to see if I understand. All these years. You never knew my learning style. We've shared this room since I was 7 years old. I'm 30. We've been here since I was 7 and you don't know me.
You think I don't want to help you? Cue the sad music. Our district would love to cater to the individual needs of our students, but the federal government won't let us.
But Bernie Sanders? Isn't there opportunities for change in every school?
The emphasis on high-stakes testing is too extreme for that. I'm sorry, David. Even if I wanted to help you, I can't.
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall.
All I can do is tell you to do is work harder and study. That's all schools are allowed to do.
Can't we change the school? Can we promote personal learning? Or something?
I can't. I was 80 in 1983. I'll probably be dead by 2013.
What does that have to do with anything?
This year in June, a super awesome person is going to be born. They're going to help you in your quest to make schools more creative and understand students. Plus, you're definitely going to be best friends.
The end.
Stay tuned for Creative Schools Chapter 4, Natural Born Learners.
And that's your backstory.
I suddenly remember all of that happening. Why can't I remember 2013, by the way? Or 2004?
Because that information isn't important to your character right now.
Shouldn't you make another video? So I have the needed information?
You have the book, Creative Schools. Plus it was quoted twice in that flashback.
I guess that is true. I do have all this information. In Chapter 3. So, what's the plan?
You're going to talk to your teacher. And through movie logic that will change everything.
Great! Let's grab some quotes and confront the school.
Whoa, slow down. I still have a whole class to get through.
How do you expect to do any more? The problem is pretty straightforward.
By bringing up more issues from Chapter 3, and then making a video where you practice your speech.
You're just trying to make this video as long as possible.
Well duh. It's time for another episode.
David Whitehouse, A Tale of Two Projects.
I donc blackout at party I jam to Paul McCartney.
That's right, Slender Man. It is 2013.
You condens you can try having the time of your life aussi that girl watch that son digging the dancing kean.
You're right, there should be a project about the role of drama in schools. To better understand students.
Longago de 4 nations lived in harmony but everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked only the Avatar Master of the Four Element could stop them but when the world needed him most he killed my mom.
That's a good idea. Let's study 6 districts. And focus on 3 schools each.
I miss my mom so much the Avatar killed.
We should probably take 2 years to figure out what's going on in public schools. In the first year we'll make regular visits to make case studies about how teachers teach their kids.
I literally at you never listen.
Good point. Let's start.
Meanwhile, in the faraway land of somewhere else.
Evil laugh. Evil laugh. I am Margaret Thatcher and I have an evil idea. I will make it so that I have full control over what schools teach. First England schools, then Ohio for some reason, then the entire world.
That didn't happen in real life though. And why do you look like that?
Elmo, shut up. This is a movie. We need to take some creative liberties.
But what does any of this have to do with our small group lesson?
That doesn't matter now. I must have control of the schools. No, go get the government ready. The education reform project must be spread, so I can force everyone to learn what I want them to. They'll think I created the earth. They'll be told I invented the stove. As far as they'll know, I am the square root of 5. I am their master.
What if they want to learn about real math?
My national curriculum will make sure they can't do that. We'll control them. Now go. Tell the government about our plan.
Yes, Margaret Thatcher. Excuse Elmo, government and teachers. He has important news from Margaret Thatcher.
What's going on?
The 1988 Education Reform Act will spread across the world.
Is that even possible?
Yes, Mrs. Thatcher will make sure our priorities in education shall spread everywhere. Does anyone have a question? Wow, a lot of people have things to ask. Yes, you over there.
Hello Mr. Elmo, I am a reporter for the ABCDEFG.
Just get to the point.
How does Mrs. Thatcher plan to address concerns that her curriculum will be too narrow and utilitarian?
You can just shut your mouth. Mrs. Thatcher can do whatever she wants.
But I was just...
When Elmo is talking, you shut your trap. Otherwise your booty will get a slap. Anything else to say, Mr. Dum Dum?
Yes, I'm worried that the arts in particular will be pushed to the margins.
What a stupid question. Guards, have this man executed.
Please no, I have things to do.
What things?
I'm supposed to annoy the chosen one, who's destined to help David Whitehouse.
Elmo thinks you're funny. From now on, you are the ha-ha guy.
Ha-ha guy.
Yes, that is your name. Now does anyone have anything else to say?
I have a question. How will we enforce our rules?
That is a really good question. We will start by going into 6 districts, and force the Margaret Thatcher curriculum into their schools, and then we will take over more districts after that.
What if people try to stop us?
We wait 10 years, for 2023, then we go to war or something. This isn't in the book, so we make it up as we go.
So when do we go?
Soon. Elmo has to talk with Margaret Thatcher again.
Is there any math in the school tonight? Get it up against the wall. That textbook in the spotlight. It don't look right to me. Put it up against the wall. That book looks scientific. And that one's radical. Who let all this riff-raff into my schools? There's one right there. And another with rights. If I had my way, I'd have all of them shot.
Mrs. Thatcher.
How dare you interrupt my bad guy song? This better be really important.
It is. We're ready to spread the reform.
Was everyone okay with the terms and conditions?
Yes. Just say the word and we'll start.
Great. Let's do this. Government. The time is now. By this time in 2014 my curriculum will be everywhere.
Later that same year.
Phase 1 is going good.
Smoke weed every day.
By the start of year 2, we'll get all the information we need.
Guindo unto sud park gonna have myself a time.
Our observations will definitely make schools a better place.
We don't talk about Bruno no we don't talk about Bruno but it was my wedding day.
Who could possibly stop us now?
I'm not your friend I'm the Beadegi.
Stop right there.
Who are you?
I am Margaret Thatcher. Maybe you've learned about me.
No, I haven't. That's another thing my teacher doesn't teach me.
Tell me, why are you in this school? I'm trying to take it over.
I'm doing a project about going into schools to see how teachers interact with their students. It promotes individualized learning.
So you're David Whitehouse? I've heard about how you've been going into 3 schools in 6 districts. It's the greatest threat to my curriculum. Prepare to die.
Gun sound. Gun sound.
That actually hurt. Guards, guards, arrest this man.
Uno reverse card.
You're going to jail.
Wah wah wah. This isn't the last you see of me. I'll be back. When you talk to your teacher, I'll be there. Foreshadowing.
That was super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Screen rend référence article.
That's true. She does have plans to stop individual learning. Our Arts in School project doesn't stop that. We need to write a book called The Arts in Schools. Principles, Practice and Provision. With 4 points we will go over after the video.
You redume.
Yeah. Margaret Thatcher and her government will try to stop us. We need to be ready. The end.
Make sure to watch the next video.
That should be enough information.
That wasn't even historically accurate.
Do you want to change the schools and go to 3rd grade, or not?
Fine. Let's go change the public school system. David Whitehouse talks to his teacher. The rules of the matter. Mr. Boots with the fur. We need to chat. The fundamental purpose of education is to help students learn. Doing that is your job as a teacher. By the way, I'm quoting page 71. Turn there. But modern education systems are cluttered with every sort of distraction. There are political agendas, national priorities, union bargaining positions, building codes. If the relationship between students and teachers isn't productive or successful, the school system won't work. Education isn't happening if students aren't learning.
They hear what we say, they test, they pass. That's school.
That may be school, but it's not education.
You never pay attention. That's why you fail.
Liar. You know I pay attention. You know I don't understand it anyway. You've never tried knowing me personally. You don't know my education style.
My dad died cause he couldn't pass you. And now you want to tell me how to do my job.
No! Margaret Thatcher murdered him.
That's not true, that's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
It is. But my curriculum doesn't tell you that.
Margaret? You look different.
It's been 10 long years in prison.
What will you do, fight me?
No. That would be too easy. You're going to jail.
Uno reverse card.
Gosh darn it.
Guards. Get her out of here.
I'll be back.
Draw 94.
94 what?
More years in jail.
Thanks for getting rid of her. How can I repay you?
Let me reform the schools.
Okay, but that will take a whole other video.
Why?
You must find and teach the natural-born learners.
I will.
How did it go?
We still got lots of work to do.
Then let's do it.
Sounds good to me.